Morgan. Thanks for joining me here on the beautiful Newport Bayfront with Cari. She is with the Newport Fishermen's Wives. This is Community Conversations, and we're talking everything blessing of the fleet. Hi, Cari.
Hi. Hi, Kara. Thank you for having me here today.
It's the Cari and Kara Show.
Yeah, hi.
We always have fun.
Yes.
So, Cari, tell us first of all a little bit about Newport Fishermen's Wives and what you guys do.
We're a local nonprofit that supports fishing families when they need help, when a boat goes down, funerals. We maintain a local memorial for fishermen that are lost at sea. And we also do a lot of work with safety as well. And that's been something we've been ramping up. And that's a part of Blessing of the Fleet as well.
So how long, Blessing of the Fleet's been going on, how long now? Over 40 years? Is that right?
I've heard over 50.
Okay.
So
A long time.
I've been doing it probably 15 or more, probably more than 15.
And tell us a little bit about the purpose of the Blessing of the Fleet. It's an old Sicilian.
Yeah. It is an old Sicilian tradition, and we carry it over here. I think it started way before our time, the women who are a part of this now. But it's something that we do just to honor our boats, brings in local clergy as well to be able to just bless us all through it. And then that's our boat procession part, but our morning starts with the survival suit races, which is always fun, but also safety training. So the Coast Guard is at Port Dock 3, and we have teams of 3 get into a survival suit, which is those Gumby orange suits, right? So they get those up. It's good fun watching. And then they jump into the water, and they swim to a life raft that's tied to the fuel dock. And they're timed, and the team who has the best time wins cash prizes. So we have first, second, and third. And the Coast Guard usually has a couple teams. And the National Guard, our local National Guard, usually has a couple teams. And then we have some boats that have teams. And our Loyalty Days princesses have a team.
And that's always fun to see the folks that aren't used to doing it trying to don those suits.
Yeah, super fun. And I've tried once, and I didn't make it to the water, but I decided it wasn't for me. But they used to have a Fishermen's Wives team years ago. When I first joined the group, the younger Fishermen's Wives, they had a team, and I was kicked off. But there was that was good fun too, because they were racing against their husbands, right? So it was really fun. But that starts at 9 a.m. and that's at Port Dock 3, and everybody can watch from the boardwalk, right down from us, which is really fun. Now that we moved, it used to be a little charter office down the way, and it was hard to see from Abbey Pier, and now it's everybody can see. So it's a really nice place. And then we start our boat procession at 11. The helicopter flies over, drops a wreath outside of the jetty to remember those that we've lost at sea, and then flies back over. It's always super moving. I know I don't have any dry eyes when it happens, when they do the flyover. And then we have the Coast Guard boat out in the bay, and our commercial boats come down from the terminal. They go under the bridge, they circle back, they go in front of the boat, and all the while we're on VHF channel 22, and I'm on there leading the boats, and the pastor is on there giving a prayer. And so he
this year
names
we'll
them.
Be there
yes, and you're going to be with us.
I'm so excited to be back and doing this again.
I've never been able to go on the boat.
Yeah.
But now that we're not on AM radio anymore, we are able to go on the boat. And I couldn't think of anybody else I want to go on the boat with but you.
It's going to be so much fun. Because, we're just a couple of characters, and there's probably going to be a lot of laughter. Just
too much. So, so we will have we'll be out there, and that lasts about an hour. We hope if the sun's out, we get lots of boats come. If it's raining, we get less boats come, but it's good fun. And then everybody will be back in time, and we'll have our community-free barbecue down at the International Terminal this year. So it's a new spot for people. It's usually by England Marine, but we moved it down so we have a little bit more space for parking.
More parking.
More parking. It does get a little windy down there, so bring your sweatshirt, but we'll be barbecuing on our big barbecue, and we'll have hot dogs and hamburgers and chips and cookies, and we'll be giving out our free t-shirts, which all of our sponsors have sponsored, and we're over $20,000 in sponsors. I got an update, so really exciting. It helps us out so much. Obviously, the event has costs, right? And insurance was a change this year. It cost us a lot more to have open water insurance, and so in these tight times, we're so proud of our community, and it just says so much that we've gotten the loyalty of our donors, and that they've done this for us and continued to be sponsors, and so it's great. And we're working together with the port to do this, so they're helping us out with the place. And then at the same time, we'll have our Highliner competition, which is like an obstacle course of skills for local fishermen. There's some stacking some crab pots, there's sewing, fishing nets, and different things like that. And so the community gets to watch, and the top prize is $500 cash. So
And what's really cool
fun
about the Highliner Games is that it's kind of like our local fishing Olympics.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. And everybody's having fun with it. And there's kids out there picking up the ice between, and it's super cute. And it's such a family event for us. As fishing families, we are just like glowing through that whole time, because like we're seeing everybody, and then we're letting our kids get to see these skills be performed, and we're watching our community be entertained too. So it's great fun.
We've been doing this for so long that some of the kids that were little kids,
they're adults competing.
Adults, yeah.
Multiple kids that were little kids are competing now that we saw scooping. So there's that, and that's all fun. And then we kind of bring it down a notch, and do some more deep, heartfelt feelings. And we have our memorial at 4:00, which we'll have we call it candlelight. It's a little early, but we do have all of our lanterns out. It's kind of a shaded area, so it works. And we have flowers out, and we have Pastor Luke from South Beach Church will be doing a prayer, and we'll have live music, some singing of some songs, and we'll have the Coast Guard is supporting us with the color guard again, with the Coast Guard reserves, and so they'll do that, and we'll read the names of all the people in the fishing community that have been named that we've lost in the last year, not just at sea, just in general. So it's just to remember those that are part of our industry that we've lost in the last year. And it's a moving time, and it's actually grown. Since we moved it to evening, it used to be the crack of dawn, right? And now that it's evening, we see a really good, outcoming. And the nice thing about our memorials is it's open in the back, so everybody can still watch.
Where is it at?
It is at Uquinna Bay State Park.
At the memorial.
At the memorial. And it's open in the back, so you see it's enclosed from the front by where the Slate Memorial is, but the back's open, so everybody can kind of stand out on the grass and hear and be able to see. And so that's a great event, and all are welcome. And to all of our events, all are welcome. And same with our blessing procession of the boats out there. We invite commercial boats, we invite charter boats, we invite recreational boats. Anybody who wants to get in there and get prayed for, we want you to come and enjoy it and have fun. And so all of our events are super.
Is this kind of the kickoff of some of the major fishing seasons? Are they heading up to Alaska? Salmon season getting underway?
Salmon season is getting underway right now. It's kind of the tail of crab. We actually picked this time because it's kind of in between.
Okay.
It's a good in-between. Yeah, and it was a little early. People were still crabbing. Boats were still in Alaska. And so we have had years where people are leaving to Alaska at the time. I'm not really sure everybody's schedules with the way that fisheries have changed and continue to change. Every year, seasons change. But we did this mostly because the Loyalty Days Committee came to us and said that they were really struggling to keep that going, our local Loyalty Days going, and asked if we would like to make our event a part of it. And so that's what we did. And we took Sunday. So you do all the Loyalty Days events typically on Friday and Saturday, and the parade. And then
the names.
Yep. And they call Sunday the Seafair. So it's our Seafair Day.
I love that. And it's so fitting.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it.
And let's talk a little bit about the money that you're able to raise. How does it benefit your fishing families?
So in multiple ways, we do different programs. We have base programs that we provide all the time, which is we work together with our commodity commissions for funding as well to help us with donated seafood that we do for different events. That helps us, and so does this. With providing boats, when a boat goes down, has a tragedy, we are able to step in and be some of the first people to offer resources to them, which includes amount of money for people who are lost at sea and and survivors. It helps them get like some new clothes, their phone, get a new ID, things like that, that maybe they don't have the resources to do right off the bat. A lot of people have lost their job, but they've also lost their home, depending on the circumstances. And so we try to be in there for their family. And then we help provide what we can for services as well. Sometimes that's some subsidy for burial. Sometimes that is just bringing donations or getting a venue to have a memorial for someone. And then also we do our fishing family relief, which is we have an emergency committee and different things come up with all kinds of things you could think of. A fisherman's injured, maybe even in a car accident, and he's in a hospital. Can we help provide some funds so his children can stay with his wife and they can visit him in ICU or things like that? That to help people out. So we're constantly doing things like that. And then also this last year, we did a couple really cool programs. One was we did a life jacket program. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I was there when you did the barbecue.
Yeah.
Fisherman's Appreciation Day.
We worked together with OSU Health, Amelia, OSU Health, and also England Marine did so much work for us. And
Thank
Kent.
You,
yes. Yeah, and Janine. And Dean for providing us Janine and Janine for doing the work. And it was great. We couldn't have done it without them. And also Kent that actually designs and manufactures the life jackets, they actually kicked in and got them to us at more affordable costs. And so along with working with Amelia to design a comfortable life jacket that fishermen want to wear. And so we were able to launch this project, which they'd been working on OSU Health for a couple of years. And we said, we want to put in at least $10,000 to this. And we don't want to just we don't want to just sell life jackets at a discounted price. I was like, I want to go for the stars. We want to give them out. And we can have a suggested donation so you feel like you have some buy-in. So we did a $25 suggested donation. But at the end of the day, we just said to guys, if you can't afford it, we just want you to wear a life jacket. So if you'll wear it, get one.
And that's the big battle, isn't it, Cari, is getting them to wear a life jacket because, let's face it, the big orange ones, you tie and they're cumbersome and they're hard to work in.
Yeah.
But these life jackets are just like
neoprene. They're soft. They can also protect their ribs and body from different injuries that could happen as well. They are not those big cumbersome ones, but they're something. And like the Coast Guard says, the best PFD is the one you wear.
Right.
So that was what we wanted. And we wanted to make a life jacket part of your gear that you own. It's a personal flotation device, not something a boat has a pile of them in the corner. You can grab one if you want to. We want you to be like, I got my life jacket, I got my coat, I got my boots, I got my gloves, I'm ready to go. And be something that guys own. They put their name on it. And we were able to provide 175 life jackets to local fishermen here in Newport. And of those, 90 were not currently wearing a life jacket on their survey because we were able to get some survey information. And the average years that a fisherman had been fishing was like between 19 and 30 years that did this. So to me, I just look at that. I know so many tragedies that have happened here, including my friends who I'm getting ready to put on the memorials, their names engraved. And my friends, if they had had life jackets that fit them, they would have survived. And their deckhand who did survive. And so for me, I want to know that we did everything we could. And I think our group all feels the same. And I know Amelia at OSU felt the same. And I know Dean at England felt the same. And it's a big deal. And sometimes it's also the only way a body is recovered as well.
Uh-huh.
And so it's one of the crucial things. If even half the guys who got a life jacket wear the life jacket, we've done something. And we want to continue to do that project. So fundraisers like this will help us fund being able to do that project again. Hopefully we don't have to give out another 175 because those guys have those. And we're able to like reach some more people, because we definitely, when it was over, had people reach out like, how do I get the free life jackets? And so we're definitely still working with OSU Health, and some of this is obviously grant funded, but very little. Most of the first round was funded by us, and OSU partnership, and the discounts, and everybody else giving. But in the end, it was a community effort, and highly successful. OSU said that this is a model project. Like, they don't see this type of response.
Yay.
Typically. And so it's a big deal for safety.
Well, and Cari, this is such a unique and wonderful program that we have here with the Fishermen's Wives. Is this something that each fishing community has?
No.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
That makes you feel pretty special.
Well, no. It makes me feel sad. I want other communities to have what we have. And we reached out to by other communities to be like, we wish, it's sad when we have people come to our things or comment on our posts and say, oh, I wish our community, Newport is so lucky to have these women or people behind their back. And we believe that. And there's actually, so Coos Bay, we kind of helped a little bit at their beginning, but they have a successful women's group,
Yay.
Charleston Fishing Families. And also Astoria is starting one, and they've been reaching out to us.
Yay.
And it's called Fisher. So I think they have a launch project coming really soon. And North Coast really needed that. And so we're getting Oregon covered, but what can we do for other communities, right? And we've all heard maybe of We Fish and Westport. So is another one. But yeah, it's not like this everywhere. And we need more support groups, not just women's support groups, but support groups in general.
Families
and people who get it.
And there's women who are out there fishing and 100%. And things like that
100%. The woman who is actually Kelsey Rutherford that is running our survival suits this year. She's being mentored to run it, but we're so excited. She's doing such a great job. And she was a fisherman herself until she just had her 2 children. So she gets it, and she's done the survival suit races as a fisherman.
And if someone would like to be involved with the Fishermen's Wives, or if they'd like to make a donation,
yes,
how can they do so?
So you can do so through our website, which is newportfishermenswives.com. And we have a donate button on there, and you can always mail it to us as well, which our address is listed online. And when we do sponsors, they can sponsor and get their name on our shirts, which we'll give over 500 shirts we will give out.
That's good publicity.
Yeah.
You support your community.
And another event we do is the Fisherman's Appreciation right before crab season. All these guys are in this place. It was raining and it's miserable, and they're getting ready for crabs.
This year it was like this.
It was so nice. And so we do that event where historically we serve hot dogs and hamburgers, and we also give some breakfast, like some biscuits and gravy, and some coffee and donuts. And guys just love that. It's like a little morale boost. And we also give them out the free t-shirts. So we saw one walk by earlier, which is kind of like a token. I did this crab season, right? So we love that. And then this last year, we added some more resources to it. We have our Fisher Kids Literacy Program, we call it, where we're giving out books to fishing kids. And we also had Phoenix Wellness there to talk about harm reduction. We had OSU there to do the life jackets with us. We also had Oregon Coast Community College nurses there to offer some flu shots, things like that. And then I also had a booth there to launch one of our other projects we did, which was the Salmon Relief Program. So as we know, salmon fishermen have been struggling. And so we were able to offer relief to over 20 boats and some crew. And so that helped with specifically their licenses or their safety equipment or port fees. And it was pretty much a mix, but most of them, it was repacking their life rafts or getting new survival suits. And what we know is if fishermen don't have the money for it, they're not going to do it. They're going to try to just go because they don't have a choice.
Well, and it's kind of a common mentality of it's not going to happen to me.
Or you hope not, or I'll get to it when I make a little money.
Right.
You know, and so knowing that all those boats, you know, the 15 boats that did their life rafts, that now they're going out with the proper safety equipment. They have the EPIRB, they have a life raft, they have good survival suits. And so it's something we could do. It's a token. We worked together with the county. We actually received a county grant to help us with that. So that was a great program. And we just found out we have a salmon season this year.
Yeah, I was just going to say, have we heard much about?
So there's some salmon. I've heard some salmon is being caught. I've heard the price is good. So it's good news. There's not a lot going on right now for fishermen. This has been, some people say, one of the worst years for commercial fishing in a decade or more.
Yeah. One thing is I've noticed over the years with the fishing industry is that the fishermen have really had to adapt. It used to be you were a crabber.
Yeah.
Or you were a salmon fisherman, or you were a trawler. Is that
you were a trawler, or you were a troller, or you were a crabber. Yeah.
And now,
or a shrimper.
Oh, wait. And now you got to do a little of everything, right?
People do as much as they can.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely have, a lot of people have changed fisheries, adapted. And, you know, we're like any industry right now, we struggle with the graying of the fleet. So we struggle with getting that next generation interested in fishing, bringing them in, and having rough years where markets are hard, where prices are down. It doesn't help getting those young people to stay, right? Mm-hmm. So we just do all that we can to create a community effort to show that this is a worthwhile profession. And for most of us, a tradition. Mm-hmm. I'm a fisherman's daughter. My husband is a fisherman's son. And most of us in the group are a fisherman's daughter or granddaughter. And there's a reason, you know, we feel the community effort and we believe in what we're doing. And so we do those. And then we also have our holiday outreach, which helped over 200 kids get a present, and we do food boxes. We were also this last year, we're able to do a holiday meal, and that was working together with the local food pantry, help provide us, Army, right? And Salvation Army. So we were able to get the turkeys and the hams and the prime ribs, and so we were able to donate those. And then Grocery Outlet helped us out, and Bigfoot Beverages delivered everything. And then we also had Food for All that was a local farming community. They gather like the gleaning of different local vegetables, and we had those delivered. So we were able to offer those in our food boxes for multiple years now. And then we worked with Toys for Tots, which is the Marines. And then we did our fundraising because we also spend a lot. Like we buy usually at least $5,000 worth of food. And then we also do gifts for the kids. And you know how it is, donations don't always match, especially when it comes to teens or specific family needs. If a family specifically asks for a coat for their child or something like that, we're going to do it. And then we always add one of our sweatshirts, and we make little kid ones. So they're super cute, and those go for the kids. Each of them get a warm clothing item. And that's what we're able to do. We did that for over 50 families. So, and those are processing families, so processing workers. They're also struggling. They're also waiting for crab season, and they're part of our community. Our COVID outreach really ramped that up. We did a lot of COVID outreach when it hit our local plant, and we delivered to those families. We worked together with Food Share to be able to pick up their food boxes, take them to them, take supplies, cleaning supplies and different things that we could help them out with, diapers, formula, whatever they needed, because you couldn't leave your home if your whole family is sick and you can't leave your home. What are you supposed to do? And so those are the kind of projects we do. And the projects change. We now, last year was our second year, and we're going to do a third year of our home port dinner, which is our big fancy dinner in late July, and we sell tickets, and we honor those in our community with an award and a speech
Nice.
that are picked every year. There's one was Gene Law last year, and we lost him, now. So we try to do it before we lose them, really, honestly. So we want to honor people while they're here. And that was kind of our thing, was we were like, we want to honor people while they're here, right? We don't just want to talk about them at our memorial. We want to have a time that we say
Make
thank
them
you.
feel appreciated.
Yeah.
For what they've done.
Yeah, and their family is able to sit at the table and honor them. And we have an amazing meal catered by La Maison. And then we do appetizer competition, which has seafood. And we have local high-end restaurants donate those to us. And they are amazing. I don't know if you've came to our event, but it's all great. And then we have a silent auction that I am telling you, I've been to some silent auctions. Ours beats all the silent auctions. Every time we go to a silent auction, we're like, ours is better. So, because people just donate in this community, and it's amazing the stuff we have in our auction, and it really is. And we were like, this year our biggest thing is, how do we expand our auction tables? That's like how great it is. But those people fund all these projects, right? Mm-hmm. And we're able to do what we do because of them. And we're always looking forward to new projects as well.
All right. Cari, is there anything else that you want to add?
We appreciate your time and having us on here. I appreciate you're going to go on the boat with us.
I love it.
My
favorite.
We'll have Pastor Seth and his wife Heidi will be with us, blessing the boat.
The princesses will be there.
Yep, and the princesses will be with us, and hopefully no one gets seasick. It'll be great, and we'll just be in the bay, but you never know. So
it happens.
Pray for us for
Yes,
for fair bases. So yeah, but it'll be good fun.
And let's give the date.
Yes, it is May 5th. It is open to the public. We want you to come. We want to share with you what we do. And if you're part of the fishing community, we want you to participate.
Yes.
And so it's May 5th, Sunday, May 5th, the day after the parade. And we start at 9 a.m. at Port Dock 3 with the Survival Suit races. 11 o'clock with the boat procession in the bay. So get your binoculars if you're not going out. And then we'll see you at 1 o'clock for the free barbecue and the Highliner games. And then 4 o'clock at our memorial at Yaquina Bay State Park.
Sounds wonderful. And we'll be there the entire day. We'll be broadcasting, doing some lives. So all part of the fun. Excited to be here with Cari from Newport Fishermen's Wives. Support them as much as you're able. Go to their website.
Yeah, newportfishermenswives.com.
There we go. I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to screw it up.
It's okay.
And you can learn more about them and make a donation or be a sponsor for some of their amazing programs that they have going on. Thank you for joining me for Coastal Conversations. I'm Kira Morgan.